just on a day out round about Edinburgh. Louise and Amanda are in IKEA, the supermarket, and Brett and Kev are out just on a wee drive. I'm driving them a bit. Just out not far from Gladhouse Reservoir, which is just down that way. It's only about a 9-mile drive from Lonehead, just down the outskirts of Edinburgh. That's where the IKEA is. It's in that wee shopping centre. So they're doing the shopping in there. We're just going to wait for a wee drive around, and we'll go back later and pick them up. So you see, well, I can see it. You won't really see it in the camera, but I'm going to go down that way anyway. I'll get some footage of Gladhouse Reservoir. Right, so I've got parked responsibly at the Gladhouse Reservoir, just on the outskirts of Edinburgh, within the Pentland Hull areas of Scotland. So, yeah, as you can see, cars off the road. It's not blocking anything. There's no access. There's no gate there. There's solid pillars there, so there's no vehicle access. So it's not blocking any vehicles getting in or out. And it's completely off the road, but I had to be sure I wasn't going to get the thing stuck because there's snow here. So I got it checked first, made sure the ground's substantial enough to support the weight of the car, and it's front wheel drive car, so I had to make sure the drive wheels wasn't in any ice or anything, otherwise it'd be getting, well, there's 3 of us here, but if you're on your own it might be a bit difficult if you get stuck. But yeah, parked responsibly. So I'm having a wee look around the Gladhouse Reservoir. It's a lovely day for it. It was a spur of the moment thing. I never really planned on coming here as such, but it was just Louise and Amanda had done the shopping and we came out and we just thought, what will we do? Kind of just looking on the phones and looking at the map, and I just looked at the map and saw this and said, come on, we'll come here and just don't want to drive too far. It is January and it won't be lighty too for much longer. It's 20 past 3, so I'll be getting dark in about an hour. So I couldn't really drive for miles, like, so I just thought, well, that looks fairly close, so I'll come up here and have a look. It turns out we've actually, I'm sure Brett remembers being here before, but I think I drove here a few years back when, same thing, we went to IKEA and we looking for somewhere to come to. The other time was Threepmore Reservoir, I think it's Barlow Reservoir. This is the other end. I've been there, so I thought, well, I don't want to go there so soon. I think that was the last one I went to the last time. Well, last time at Edinburgh, we went to Glasgow ones as well. That's absolutely lovely there. It's a great view, isn't it? Brilliant. So, right, what I'll do, I'll turn the camera around and I'll share this view with you. So that's an unclassified road. I can't really remember what it was. I just followed the sat nav. I put a pinpoint on the sat nav. But the other road, it's the B701, and then onto the B6372, I think it was, and then off of that I ended up on this road here. It's signposted Gladhouse Reservoir, and then it continued. The road continues on the way up there, but then you're passing it. So I went up, had a look round where you saw earlier, and I doubled back to come back this way. There is actually a ruined house further up. I might have a look at maybe a second World War II old building or something. I passed that on the way in, so I may have a look at that later on. I passed an old World War II house, so if there's time and I feel like it, I might. It was just on the side of the road, so I might stop by it. Get a wee video of it. I was interested in old abandoned buildings, so that way. So as I say, I came in this way, I drove right up the road, up to the point where we're passing it, and I thought, well, we'll turn back, and I took the videos where I turned, like. So we're going back that way, so if I feel like it and there's time, I might actually have a wee look at that old building for you as well, the World War II. I think it's a World War II building, but it said it could be an old air raid shelter or something. I don't know, but I'll put it on there if there's time, and maybe you could tell us. I've not researched into it, but so they're up there actually. Catch up with them. It's like they do boats as well, I think. Boats and fishing and that. You probably need a permit for that though. I'll show you the views. Some still photos now. Let you. What do you think of the views?
Oh yeah, spectacular, like.
Yeah,
It's great.
it's good, isn't it? Scotland's good.
It's going to be good in the summer as well. You just sit here for hours and just
Yeah, yeah.
take it all in. And as you can see, somebody's already had a campfire here.
Aye, yeah, probably caught some
Yeah.
trout or salmon or something and maybe cooked it over that.
Aye, you never know.
Over that wee fire perhaps. Or maybe have just had a barbecue or something, I don't know. But it's lovely.
Yeah.
Enjoying it, Kev?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Kevin, Louise and Amanda will be watching furniture and
Yeah.
Superstore.
Good calls for it to here, like, yeah.
You're out here enjoying this scenic view. No, they're in their element where they are, so
I'd be happy.
exactly, yeah. So I'll get some still pictures now.
We'll get that.
Oh, it's recording. Oops. Hang on.
Man, not ours.
Oh, well. Right, I'll get this. The best pictures
You
shot.
get one there and I'll get the other. You ready? Toss the bugger
Throw them
in.
in the water. That's topper. That's spectacular view, so. Okay.
You can headshot that video though. Put it in fucking frame me to say us what I do.
Yeah, it is. Like incriminating them. Oh no. Oh wow, this is some view like. See if I stay here long enough, we'll maybe get the sunset. Because I could probably sit up there for a bit. I'll say
It was summer the last time we were here because it was
it's the old World War II house. I think that's what it is, isn't it? The old World War II house.
down at the start.
Yeah, I might go back to that. Just tell my viewers I might actually, if there's time. Well, I might be thinking of doing hanging on to see the sunset. But I just see what happens. I've got a plan, just wing it. It's a nice little spot, but I might have a wee look over there actually. We'll wander over there a wee bit. Oh yeah, I mean it's about 2 degrees. So maybe less. Like blinded with the sun for the moment, getting that momentarily.
Nah.
Blinded, I've got this disused. So yeah, I think that's like the valves. There's a valve. Is that the valves or something? Because there's a bit sticking out over there.
That and the
Showing the
calls for the sluice gate or whatever.
yeah, well the water will be piped obviously, and it'll obviously go
But
to
the
treatment or
overflow.
something. Yeah. Just might even have a wee closer look at that. I'll show you. Look at that building. It's like a bit of a jetty, but
Now, if his video doesn't come up, you'll kind of he's fell in the water and that's the whole thing going.
the camera will be all short. Oh, there's a sign. Keep it off the water. That's one thing you never do, by the way. If it's frozen, don't go in it. Jen, don't go in the frozen lakes or locks or anything. To do that, like, but it's just a wee bit of just some sort of signage that's put up on that tree.
Or great smash.
Oh, yuck. Just going for a wee wander along. I'm going to say have a wee look at that. I think it's possibly the inlet pipe. If it's a reservoir, the water's going to be getting piped to the waterworks. You probably get right along there actually. Yeah, it'd be like a wee trail, I think.
Oh, here's the water. We'll just blame you.
Yeah, I'm sure you get along that. He's got trainers on, I haven't got my shoes on. So it should be fine. You'll be alright. It's lovely. So it's got to be better than driving around the busy streets of Edinburgh anyway. Follow that trail right up there, that'll take you around. I'll actually go back onto the road and sure, even if we don't. Yeah, if you've not got any grips, you'll be. Well, if you got, it doesn't matter if you're on ice, whether you want grips or not, you need to have spikes if it's ice, but it doesn't matter, really. Yeah, for a picture. Oh, it's just. Yeah. Need to.
Yeah, that's just a trap here, bro.
Yeah, need to figure out how. Probably have to end up going up by the road because that is. a bridge, did not it? Yeah, we went over a bridge, didn't we? It was a 3-ton bridge we went over, so that'll be where we have to go to get over to that jetty. I don't think I'll get onto that jetty, but I'll get nearer it just to have a closer look at it. So this will be the drop down here then, eh? That'll be frozen anyway, that's fresh water. I don't think you would get across that way. But you might not be getting back up again if you do fall down there. No, I think we're going to have to
Go back the way we came.
I think we could get up there actually. We get up. We'll get up onto the road.
Speak for yourself here.
I've got my shoes on and it's just coming right over the top. The snow here.
We're going away because we've got competitions at any idea.
Yeah, before I talk you into something you didn't want to do. Tell you what, I'll... Yeah, you could. I'll swim across, huh? Right, all I'll do is I'll have a wee look up here. If you wait there, I'll come back down and let you scan. Yeah, you might actually get up here though. Hang on. Actually, yeah, there's a way here. I'll just see you back there in a minute. I'll just go down there. Okay, right, I'll see you in a bit. Right. Yep. So, what was I saying? Yeah, they're gonna have me wandered in where I came. They're going that way. I'm gonna get up this way here. You have to climb over. Oh no, you didn't. You go over that wee trail. That'll lead over to where I'm heading for, which is that sort of like valve place. Whatever it is, a pipe or whatever. I don't know. I'm gonna have a wee closer look anyway. I'll take the footage while I go around. I know. I'll show you what I'm doing. So you've got steps that you could probably get down there, but right, let's see what's happening here. Tell you one thing, you get a nice view from here. That looks like a bit of a path over there actually. Let's just see. So we're back onto the road, that's just down there really. Not much to get to. Obviously we've got to go back over a bridge of some sort to get over the water because it goes under the road. So the problem is my hands are freezing holding this camera up at the same time. I can see why they've chose not to follow. It's just a little bit more challenging. I'm just winging it, I don't know what way I'm going that side, just sort of making it up as I go along kind of thing. So I've got to get down here. Right. I can hear a car coming, so I'm going to just turn this off a minute. I'm going to have to take a runny down this embankment, but I'll wait till that passes. Right, so I've got to get down there. They wouldn't like this bit, so... And I've only got shoes on, by the way. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to not film myself falling. So I'll put this away just now, I think. I got myself down, no bother at all. But what of all things had to fall out my pocket? Blooming phone had to fall out my pocket, didn't it? Damn it! It's okay, but I hate dropping it, eh? Blooming of all things. Sod bloody law. Anyway, this is the 3-ton bridge that I drove over. It would be obvious I would have to go over this to get over to that spot. I couldn't see just how far over it was from where I was standing initially, but it's obviously a bit further. This will be like an overspill of some sort. I'll in fact, I'll show you. I'll turn it around and show you. Bloody annoyed that I dropped that phone though. That really annoyed me. That of all things I'd have thought in my pocket. Damn annoying that. Anyway, I've got one of these protectors that go over it as well as a screen protector. It's not broke the screen or anything, but I just hate dropping it. Second time I've dropped it since I've had it. And as I say, I had to make a wee sort of, I couldn't have stopped on that embankment, I just had to keep going. I made sure the road was clear, and then I just went down. I couldn't have stopped, otherwise I would slip. But I bounced up my pocket, did it? I put it in my jacket pocket just for quickness. I'm annoyed at that, but that's like a bit of a, well, that'll be the dam bit there, because you get the angle, the way it's basically just damming the reservoir. You can tell by the 45-degree angle, I think it would be, for the pushing against the water current and the water pressure, or the mass of the water. Oh, covering the camera, but this is just totally random. The 3-ton weak bridge. So what I'll do is I'll probably walk back to the car by road, or I might just, yeah, probably do that. I don't think I'll get up that wee bit that came down. But I'll show you what I'm looking at. Yeah, I think it's always worth, if you get on the phone, it's get one of the covers that go right round the casing, because when you drop it, that initial shock wave will be absorbed by the kind of plastic or rubber kind of coating. You see the marks on the edges there. That's what took the brunt of it. Oh. I think I'll go up there. Now, water on ice is a recipe for an ice rink. Oh, and driving on that was precarious. I was driving up this way, on the way up. There was a car coming down, and it was right on the bend, and it was on a downhill gradient for the car coming down, and there was water on ice. I saw it coming. The car was slipping. It was out of control a little bit. But majority was just keeping, you know, I anticipated what was going on. But nothing happened, like, but you've got to watch for other traffic, how they're coping on it as well. So you could be driving all it, you could be coping okay. But if the car's coming the other way in, you know, you've got to look out for it. But I got a flag for her, you know. I think she got a bit of a fright. Yeah, water and ice, she got no traction. Oh. I thought I heard them shouting. I could hear somebody. Hang on a minute. Jazz Brett in the distance. I heard them. He doesn't notice me though. So the sound will travel for quite a distance on a calm day like this. It's open. So that's this little jetty bit that I was wanting to have a closer look at. Compressed air. Now I think that's for operating the valve. I think that compressed air is to operate the, it'd be like possibly a pneumatic valve that's controlled, you know, it'll be controlled pneumatically. I think that's maybe why there's, I don't know why you would have compressed air otherwise, maybe I'm not sure. Sonar. No, I would have, the compressed air is, I don't know. There's a bit of an information board over there, I might have a wee look at that as well actually. I'm going to get some pictures of this first and then I'll make my way over. Right, I've got some still photos of this. I wonder why they've got compressed air on that. So that little bridge thing, I might be going up to the valves or something. It's not like a slipway or anything for boats because it's far too high. That looks like a slipway for boats there. If I could show you that, but so I'm going to have a look at that information board for you to give you a bit more information about this local area. No, I've got to remember there, little sign is, you can still see, but it's going to be cold. I've got the keys, you see, I've locked up the car, so I better not go venturing off too far. But you know how to do that. So I better remember that and not I normally do videos on motor, I'll just venture off, but I've got to remember that once that sun goes away it's going to get pretty cold pretty quickly. That's like this little village with cottages and that. I try to get this plane, by the way. Oh God, there it is. What's that, zoom in? No. It's hard to tell how clear that is on the camera. So it's just the, no, this is this little thing again. So this time I'm tucking my phone in my pocket and I'm going to zip the phone up so it doesn't fall out, because I'm going to have to make a kind of, once I run down that, well not run down, once it's going I can't stop, so I kind of like just let myself kind of go down quickly, jogging down it, because if you try and resist it you'll just slip. The embankment, it doesn't look much on the camera, it looks like it's pretty pathetic really to, you know, to even consider. If it was during the dry you wouldn't even give it a second thought, but we make more fuss of it when it's icy and snowy, because as I say, and I made sure my camera was tucked in my pocket this time, because I don't want that getting damaged again. So there's a lot of a depth thing there as well. Maybe when they launch a boat over here you might slip away. Well, you would maybe further over there perhaps, I don't know. You maybe would actually get away with it, yeah, you would, yeah. Yeah, you'd manage that I think. The other bridge, but I think that's probably for the valves or something, because it's for fresh drinking water I believe. Supply the local area, and it'll be Pentland Hill area, South Lothian, West Lothian, East Lothian. Contribute to supplying those areas with water. Now, I thought this was an information board, but well, a wee bit, but not much. More rules than anything else. It's more a rule board than you know, a touristy thing. It's just kind of telling you the rules about here. And that's just something in the back. Nothing. Common sense, a lot of it. I can see Brett in the distance. I don't think you can see. Oh, he does. You see he's waving. I'll go and zoom in. See if I can. No, I can see him, but I can't show it on the camera. I don't know where he is. Hang on. Lost him now. I can see him easily with me. There we go. I was trying to link up or sync up what I was seeing with what I'm showing on the camera. It's not very clear on the camera, but so I could hear them shouting something across, but I can't shout here back to them because his house is right there, eh? I can't reply back. They're just shouting hello or something. Oh, that's lovely that. Yeah, probably shouting something, but I can't hear them. But I can't reply back because, as I say, this house is right there, and then here on my end, and then shouting, like, what the heck is going on there? But I don't know what that is. Actually, I might be have a closer look at that. building there. Some nice still photos there. The only problem is when I'm doing this, I can't use my gloves and my hands are freezing. My hands are not good with the cold, unfortunately. They really suffer with it. I can't even feel the ends of my fingers. That's how bad it is, and I've only been a few minutes. So it's not really like a visitor centre or anything. I don't quite know what this is. Now what I'm going to do is have a look first before I film. There's not an awful lot. It's just like the angler's house. That building there's for the anglers and fishing and boating or whatever. This is just the area for those. I probably need to have a permit and all the rest of it for that. I can't really go any further there. That's private ground, so I'm not going to go into there. There's nothing really on these signs worth. It's more rules. So right. Far out as I'm going to go. I mean, it's 5 to 4. They'll be getting cold, so I better get back. It's going to be getting dark shortly. I might have a wee look at that building that was on about, that derelict building back that way. Get some footage of that for you. I don't know anything about it. I'll maybe learn more as I see it. So, get lovely views of the hills in the background there. This has got to be behind a bit. But no, it's each for their own, is it? You know what I mean? They like doing shopping. I like going outdoors. So, right, what I'm going to do then is get myself back, because the sun's pretty much gone away now. The sunset's pretty much away. I'll be pitch dark soon. And I'll go and drive along there and have a look at that house for you. Route back, I'm going to have another look at this jetty bit. I mean, I came up the stairs and I went this way, but I never really had a look from the other side, so I'm just going to have a quick look over there, looking at it from the other side. So it's no access for unauthorised. So they certainly don't want anybody going over it. They've made that pretty long and clear, judging by the spikes on it. And it does look like there's some sort of valve or equipment protruding right down. It's probably to control the valves. There's a depth gauge there as well, so and that'll control the water that's perhaps coming out of this. So that might even be the valve house, or some sort of, I don't know, that'll be the valve house maybe. This will be the actual valves at the reservoir, so we control valves there. Maybe a pipe perhaps going under there into there to get distributed, or some water will go to the pipes for consumption, and other water, excess water, will continue on down, and that may control it in there. Perhaps it looks like it'll be done maybe electronically, or because there's power. Well, there'll be power going to it anyway, but it might be done remotely. I don't know. And just kind of guessing. There's certainly provisions for a lot of power. I'll maybe control the machinery that produces the pneumatic compressed air to control valves or whatever it's used for. If I zoom in there in the distance, you can see the actual wind turbines there as well. Lovely colours though. Right, so I'm going to get back now and start making my way back. So I got a phone call from Kev. I want to get back in. The temperatures took a drop. It's always the case. I tend to forget, so I've got myself back up there again. Yeah, I'm on my way back, so I'm just not far from them now. So I got up, no problem. No dropping phones or slipping, only getting jagged this time because I wasn't watching where I was going. Blooming big. Too busy yapping to use. Right, I'll get my way back, so because they're waiting on me. Would have been better just going on the blooming road, wouldn't it? But I want to walk by the waterfront, so it's boring going the road way. I've already driven it, so I want to go this way. Shouldn't be too difficult getting my way back. I just backtrack the footsteps. I mean, my size 12 shoes shouldn't be that difficult to find. And it hasn't been snowing, so it's easy anyway. Right, nearly there. Doing my video on. I went further up than I planned, so they'll be glad that I'm back. Just done a wee Google search. It's like the loch covers about, is it 460 acres or something? Or I just had a quick look on Google, and it's at the foot of the Moorland Hills. I was trying to Google it on the way, but I was walking on this, so I couldn't get much info on it. But just type in Gladhouse Reservoir in Wikipedia, and you'll get all the stuff on there. Well, you'll get all the stuff that it says about it on there anyway. So. No, I got, well, tell you what did fall, blooming dropped my phone. My hand's warmed up. So I might have a look at that old house actually as I go along that way before it gets pitch dark. And get you a bit of footage of that. I'd like to see this myself actually. Curious to have a closer look at it. So I won't be going in if I'm not allowed and all that stuff. I'll just be looking at it from the public side of the, you know, just have a wee look at it. That's all. It looks like it's been shut for quite a while. That's the impression I got when I drove past it. So I'll go and see take a closer inspection. Go on freezing lochs. Again, you just wouldn't do it. No. You go away out there and that water sinks, or that ice breaks, you go right down and you don't get back up again. So all these signs, yeah, it's just be careful. Right, it's got the wee name at the bottom, so at least that gets you the name, but there is a wire. I got a better one because I got that so big sign at the angler house. So, right. So I'm going to drive along there and see what's what. Right, so I'm going to have a look at this building. They're just waiting in the warm car. I don't really want to climb over fences and do all this. I'll show them the video. I'll do all this so nobody has to, so you don't have to. No, I'm just going to have a closer look at this building here. So I'll show you what I mean. So as you can tell, it's been closed or it's been abandoned for quite some time. I don't know if it's what you would call it, abandoned, or it's been probably out of use for quite some time would be a better way of wording it, I think. Because it'll still be belonging to some way for sure. Right on my camera phone as well, because it's getting a little bit dark. I really want to get away from the road because I don't really want to be getting quizzed on what I'm doing. I just want to get this video done and out quickly. Now I don't know how deep that is. It's a big puddle. So I'm not doing anything to it, I'm just simply having a look, getting some footage of it. And that's it. I'm just curious to know what it's about, what it's like around about it, and maybe what's it like inside. Now the condition of the roof and everything you've got to be careful for, because it could be asbestos roofing, it could be ready to collapse. It's one level, so there's no really any, well, the flooring's still wooden, it could be wooden, it could be a basement, so you've got to be careful you don't fall through the floor if going in. Obviously check the area first, make sure that I know what the story is around about it. getting the suss out a little bit. So I think if I remember right, that's the B6372. I'll have to just confirm that off the map. It reminds me of the houses that were up at Craigillow, at the foot of Craigillow Hill, back in near Dundee, North Boundary of Dundee, part of the Sidlaw Hill Range. There used to be old, possibly World War II houses. Now, the condition of this is a concrete ground, floor level, so it's just a big space. Now this is wood, so just make sure I know what's going on behind me. I know the escapes, there's nothing really in here to get lost in or anything. I know how to get in and out quickly. I know roughly what well, it's a false sense of security really, because I don't really know anything about this building, but just judging by the condition of it and the general feel of what I'm experiencing, I kind of got, so there's nothing really cracking when I'm walking on it, or there's no movement of any sort of the structure. It's not windy. I'm no expert, by the way, so I wouldn't advise doing this. I'm just totally going in ignorantly, to be honest, because I don't know anything about this building. No, I'm going to get that light off and I'm going to stop moving. Draw any attention to any cars passing, because I can't really be bothered explaining what I'm doing should it be questioned. It's not my building, I know that. I'm just nosy, just having a look just to see what's going on. And you know, I like old buildings and just want to explore them. And that's it. I'm not doing any defacing, damaging it or anything like that. Just simply having a look at it. So this is only about a mile or two down the road from where I was parked earlier. Maybe get a couple of pictures and that'll probably do it. So obviously I'm not going to be able to get out that way very easily. I don't think there'll be a problem going all the way I came in. So give me an excuse to have a look through the other door. I'll keep to the edges so I'm not in the centre of the floor, try and stay where the beams are. The beams are running this way, so it's not really, it doesn't look that deep, but it just doesn't mean anything. Don't know what's under there, to be honest, but just judging from that, it doesn't look like it's going to go down much further than the concrete level. Watch for any nails that are sticking up, because I don't want to be standing on any upturned nails. Going on the roof. Oh, you bugger. What a fright. The door just opened. No, that's probably because of the flexion of the floorboard. That was maybe resting. Jeez, I got another fright there. It's just when I looked at that window, I saw this. Oh, God, imagination starts playing wild. That's not nice, so don't get caught in that. But the way the door was situated, I think the weight of me on this floorboard kind of made his door move, and that gave me a right flag. And I looked at that window and I got a right fright because I just saw this thing there. Oh, it's getting scary now. I know I'm on this time and this is a little adventure. So, anyway, that's really all I'm going to do just now. I don't really know what this building's about. I might guess it might be something to do with World War II. I'm guessing it's about that era as well. It looks like old telegraph poles connected to the telegraph. I don't like to be standing at the roadside doing this because it draws attention. God, another fright. I just come in this corner, see this thing there. Right, so that's going to do it. So that will do it. So I'm going to get back in, going to get it out of here because I've seen enough. I wasn't going to be spending any time here anyway because there's people waiting. I think they've done their shopping, so I'll probably be waiting on me getting back if I cut myself. Oh, I think I cut myself on one of the jaggies. It was either here or where I was at the loch side. There's a bit of blood there. One thing you don't want to do, you don't want to cut yourself on any nails because you could get the tetanus. And, be careful. So that's it. Not an awful lot, but I thought I'd just show you that anyway. I was curious to have a wee nosy, that's all. And the grounds it covers. With that, I think I'll probably just round off the video now. It was really just to get out there. They were doing the shopping, we just totally randomly came here just to have a wee kill a bit of time somewhere out of the city. I decided to come here, spotted us on the way in, and then continued on up to Gladhouse Reservoir. Had a wee look around there. I went a bit beyond it, just a mile, so maybe half a mile beyond it, and then turned, came back. That's where I started the video, when I went beyond it. When I went beyond the loch and stopped to turn and come back, that's where I started this video. And then I came back down to the loch, where you would have saw the footage, and then returned back to here. This is the way back, and stopped off at this building. Got some footage there for you as well. So it's going to get dark, and it's time to collect the Eloise and Amanda from IKEA, and got a few other things to do later as well. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, I wouldn't recommend you go in buildings like that. I don't recommend it, so I'm just mentioning that anyway. Right, just see what else I put on my channel, and thanks for watching. Okay, bye for now, bye.